You lie down after a long day. You pull the blanket up, close your eyes, and take a slow breath. And within seconds, there it is, that familiar weight landing right on your chest. You open your eyes and your cat is already staring at you. Not blinking, not moving, just watching, like they've been waiting for this exact moment. Most people laugh it off. They call it cute or clingy or just a weird cat thing. But what if I told you that everything your cat is doing in that moment, the choice of location, the timing, the stare, is anything but random? What if that small, warm body pressed against your heart is telling you something your cat has no other way to say? This is the story behind one of the most misunderstood behaviors in the animal world. And by the end of this video, you're never going to look at your cat the same way again. Let's go back to that moment. You lie down, the house gets quiet, and your cat, who moments ago was completely ignoring you, sleeping in a corner, staring at the wall, doing whatever mysterious thing cats do when no one's watching, suddenly becomes intensely interested in you. They jump on the bed, they circle once or twice, and then they settle, right on your chest. Here's the thing, this doesn't happen randomly. Your cat is not just looking for a soft surface to sleep on. There are dozens of soft surfaces in your home. There are blankets, pillows, couches, chairs, warm spots by the window. But your cat chooses your chest, over and over again, with almost mechanical consistency. And the reason begins with something we rarely think about when we're lying there half asleep. Your heartbeat, from the very first moment of a cat's life, before their eyes even open, before they can hear sounds from the outside world, they are lying on a warm body, listening to a heartbeat. Their mother's heartbeat is the first sound they ever know. It is the sound of safety, of warmth, of being protected from a world they haven't seen yet, and that imprint never fully disappears. What most owners don't realize is that when your cat presses their body against your chest, they're not just getting comfortable. They're listening. They're feeling the rise and fall of your breathing, the steady rhythm of your pulse moving through their body, and on some deep, instinctive level, a level that science is only beginning to understand, that sound tells them you are safe, you are home, you are not alone. Animal behaviorists have noted that cats who show this kind of behavior tend to be more emotionally bonded to their owners. It's not a sign of clinginess. It's a sign of trust so deep it goes all the way back to the earliest days of their life. But the heartbeat is only part of it, because something else is happening in that moment, something that has everything to do with you and very little to do with comfort. Think about the moments when your cat chooses to do this most. Is it always after a normal, easy day? Or does it seem to happen more when you're exhausted? When you're sad? When something has been weighing on you all day and you haven't told anyone? If you pay close attention, you'll start to notice a pattern that's almost unsettling. Cats are extraordinarily sensitive to changes in the humans they live with. They read microsignals we don't even know we're sending. Shifts in posture, changes in breathing rhythm, the subtle tension in a body that's been carrying stress for hours. They notice when your voice gets quieter, when you move more slowly, when the energy in the room changes. And here's where it gets interesting. Studies in animal cognition have shown that cats can distinguish between their owner's emotional states with remarkable accuracy. They're not just passive observers. They respond. And one of the most consistent responses, one that even skeptical researchers have had to acknowledge, is physical closeness during emotional distress. Your cat sitting on your chest might be their way of saying, "I see you. I know something isn't right, and I'm not going anywhere." There's something humbling about that. This creature who seems so independent, so indifferent to your schedule and your rules, in the moment that matters, they show up, every time. But stay with me, because there's a layer to this behavior that goes even deeper, and it involves something your cat needs from you just as much as they're giving to you. Let's talk about temperature for a moment, because this is one of those details that sound simple, but opens up into something much more meaningful. Cats run warmer than humans. Their ideal body temperature sits several degrees higher than ours. They are always, on some level, managing their warmth. That's why they find sunny spots on the floor, why they curl into tight circles, why they drape themselves over laptops and heating vents. And your chest? Your chest is a furnace. When you lie down, you become a radiating source of warmth. Your breathing deepens. Your body temperature rises slightly, and for your cat, your chest becomes one of the warmest, most comfortable places in the entire home. They're not using you, they're choosing you, the same way they might choose a sunbeam. Except sunbeams don't have a heartbeat. Sunbeams don't breathe back. The warmth is real, but the reason they stay, the reason they don't just curl up next to you, but specifically on top of you, goes beyond temperature. There is a territorial element here that most people completely overlook. Here's something your cat knows that you might not fully appreciate yet. You belong to them. Not in the way we usually think about ownership, not in any demanding or possessive way, but in the language of cats. Scent is communication. And when your cat settles on your chest and kneads their paws slowly into your shirt, that rhythmic pushing motion that looks like they're making bread, they are leaving something behind. Scent glands in their paws, scent glands along their face, which they will often press against your chin or your collarbone before settling down. These are not random gestures of affection. They are ancient, instinctive behavior rooted in the way cats navigate their social world. They are marking you as part of their territory, not to claim ownership in a cold sense, but to say, "This is mine, and I protect what is mine." In the wild, cats mark the things that matter to them, the places they feel safe, the spaces they return to. And when your cat marks you, when they settle on your chest and leave traces of themselves on your skin and your clothes, you are being added to that short, precious list. What most owners don't realize is that this is one of the highest forms of recognition a cat can give. They are not just tolerating you, they are including you in their world, in the private, carefully guarded inner world of an animal that trusts almost nothing. And that trust, once you understand it, changes everything. Now here is the part of this story that stops people in their tracks when they truly understand it. Cats are predators, but they are also prey. Especially small domestic cats carry within them a double awareness, the confidence of a hunter and the wariness of something that can be hunted. That duality is written into everything they do. Why they never sleep with their back fully exposed, why they always face the door, why they choose elevated positions that give them a view of the room, and then they lie down on your chest. Think about that for a moment. When your cat climbs onto you and falls asleep with their eyes closed, belly exposed, body completely relaxed, they are choosing the most vulnerable position their instincts ever allow. They are turning off the alarm system. They are telling every ancient part of their brain, "This is safe. This is the one place I don't need to be on guard." That's not nothing. That's everything. The researchers and animal behaviorists who study feline attachment describe this as one of the clearest indicators of secure bonding. A cat that sleeps on you, fully relaxed, is a cat that has decided, after all their careful, skeptical observation, that you are worth trusting with their most defenseless self. And now think about what you do in return. You breathe slowly. You don't move suddenly. You let them stay. Without realizing it, you've been sending them a message for years. "I won't let anything happen to you. Not here. Not while I'm here." It's a conversation without words. And it's been happening every single night. There's one more piece of this story, and I think it might be the most important one, because this isn't only about what your cat gets from lying on your chest. It's about what you get, too. Studies on human-animal interaction have found that the presence of a cat, specifically the warmth of physical contact with a bonded pet, measurably lowers cortisol levels in the human body. Cortisol is the stress hormone, the one that stays elevated after a bad day, after an argument, after hours of staring at a screen. When your cat sits on your chest, your breathing slows to match theirs. Your heart rate drops. The tension you've been carrying in your shoulders, tension you probably didn't even notice, begins to release. Your nervous system, without any conscious effort from you, starts to calm down. Your cat is not just a passenger on your chest. They are, in the most literal physiological sense, helping you recover from the day. And this is where it gets interesting, and because that exchange isn't one-sided, the rhythm of your calming body feeds back into them. Your slow breath, your lowered heartbeat, your still, warm presence. Their nervous system responds to yours. You calm each other, without a single word, without trying, just by being there. Scientists call this co-regulation, the way two living things can synchronize their physiological states simply through proximity and physical contact. It happens between mothers and infants, between close friends, between people who have loved each other for a long time. And it happens between you and your cat. Every night, on your chest. We spend so much time wondering whether cats really love us, whether they actually care, or whether they're just here for the food and the warm spots by the window. It's one of the great debates among cat owners, and honestly, among scientists too. But I want you to think about what we've talked about today. The heartbeat that sounds like home, the body language that says I see you struggling, the scent marking that says you are mine, and I protect what is mine, the vulnerability of sleeping without defense, the quiet biology of two beings calming each other in the dark. Your cat doesn't say I love you in words. They can't, but they have built an entire language out of weight and warmth and proximity. And every time they climb onto your chest and settle down with that small, heavy sigh, that language is speaking. The next time it happens, don't move, don't check your phone, don't try to shift them to a more comfortable position for you. Just lie still for a moment. Feel the weight, feel the warmth. Let the rhythm of their breathing meet yours. Because in that quiet, ordinary moment, that moment that happens in millions of homes every single night, unremarked and unrecorded, something remarkable is actually taking place. A small, ancient, independent creature has decided that of all the places in the world to exist right now, the best one is here. On you, with you, close to the sound of your heart. That's not a weird cat thing. That's love, in the only language they have. And now you know how to hear it.